show. How?
Paid for I didn't.
Sure you did.
No, I didn't.
You got $100,000.
No, I didn't get paid from here.
No, you made $100,000 on another job.
But the point is, he should have gotten what you get if that's what you're worth.
So you're telling me you should be paid $100 a week?
I still don't think that's the only thing I do here. So whatever, Robin. I don't care. If he's even telling me that's all I do, then fine. Then
what do you do? I forget.
Well,
remind me while you're here.
I got yelled at for the last hour.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So tell me about your new friends from the island.
Downtown Julie Brown's a great woman.
Yeah. Why is she great? Tell me what's so great about her.
She's incredibly funny. She's very funny. She's very sweet.
You're about to cry. Why don't you go out of here and compose yourself and be a real man?
Chris Judd is a great guy.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
Yeah. He really is.
Yeah, I saw it. He says 2 words.
No,
he doesn't even talk.
He spoke a lot. However they
Family.
That's crying.
That's why I didn't cry.
Yeah, your tears just didn't spill out. You were crying.
Get the hell out of here.
And sitting there drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. How hard is that?
And then I found out that the show had a shrink.
Yeah, they had a shrink.
I mean,
Alana Stewart was at the shrink, Howard, once or twice a day.
But what did Alicia?
Well, why not? It's boring.
I said to John, why did you go to the shrink? He goes, I didn't need it. I go, I would have gone just to have somebody to hang out with.
Yeah. And they give you beer and cigarettes? How's that?
No. They only would
That's
give
some
you beer
show.
if you did like something. Like,
yeah, but you got it.
So who are you good?
So that was anything.
So who are your good buddies after the show? Let me hear about your friendships that you formed.
Who am I closest to?
Yeah.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
Robin Lee.
Why don't you announce what?
Chris Judd.
John came. Can we talk about this?
What?
Oh, you can talk about how Nikki was into me?
No, because no one believes that.
Somebody's mad at the show.
John thinks because Nikki said to him, "If you were single, I'd totally." Julie Brown, go sit there and suck leeches off her ass.
She's a very nice woman.
Yeah, she's real nice. She's like a bus hitter. I don't even know that was downtown Julie Brown.
That's not.
I don't even think that was her.
Oh my God.
Wasn't downtown Julie Brown?
What's that?
Why do you volunteer to get firewood around here and you don't volunteer for anything?
That's not true.
Around here, it's Gary. You don't need me for anything, do you?
I got to go to lunch with Artie. I can't help out. I want to see the firewood gathering, John. Yeah, I see you're capable now. I've been a sap. I got suckered.
Hang out. He wants to work with that guy.
I'm not talking about hanging out. I'm talking about around here, work.
Listen to this. 35 years ago, listen to what Howard has to say about this idiot. And all he's done is gotten worse. He hasn't learned a thing. 35 years.
Work.
I offer to do. I'll do anything Gary asks me to do.
Oh, please.
Oh, I see.
That's the truth.
Well, go get me firewood. Really, I want firewood. Go get me some. Something.
I'll get you firewood.
3 weeks, 2 weeks, loosey-goosey.
Yeah, I don't know what the story is,
I don't
but
know
even on the phone here, you said, I didn't realize how long it was going to be.
Initially,
until I got there.
Initially.
Initially, I thought it was only going to be the week when we were off, then the other week. Then the week before,
That's all I
had
ever
a conversation. Guy was sitting in his chair in his office. I said, I initially thought, and then I had the same conversation with Kingston.
It's not Gary's fault.
Kingston knows it. Kingston knew it.
I don't care about Kingston. You don't work for Kingston. You work for me.
I work for him.
I don't care about that. The only reason you work for him is because of me.
And John, let me ask you a question. I'm not trying to kill you, but don't you think, with all the controversy that was going on around here about you taking the 1 week off, I didn't react when you said you needed 2?
No, you were
fine with it.
Let me finish. Can I just say something?
Like a snake, he probably said to you, Howard said it's okay.
No. Then Gary went, and then you told me in the studio where I was doing my show. You came up and said, I told Howard that...
See, here's where you're wrong.
You're going to miss 2 weeks, and Howard was bummed.
Here's where you're wrong.
And I said, geez, thanks. And then I went out to lunch with Artie and said...
I feel used by ABC.
Geez, thanks. Like, it's now Gary's fault?
And we're not...
No, I'm just saying there was a misunderstanding. I don't think Gary did anything...
I feel used by you. I feel used by you.
You always... It doesn't matter what...
I feel used by... It doesn't matter. Excuse me. If Robin says to me she's going away for 2 weeks, and we agree to it, and then she stays away 3... Screw her.
I'm saying it was a misunderstanding.
Screw anybody who does that.
I thought Gary and I knew that...
Am I right or am I wrong?
Absolutely. But I certainly would never go for even
Robin,
2 weeks.
do you understand that
I think this is my job.
I thought Gary knew.
This is your job.
I think this is where I should be.
Will, the guy who does the
Get out of here.
All right, see, it's just unfair.
Leave.
It's not fair.
It's unfair to you. It's unfair.
I'll swear on my life that I
don't care about your life. It's meaningless.
I'll swear on my life he's lying. To this day, I swear on my life means he's lying. And even Howard said, you only stutter when you lie.
Kingston, Will, I went over, I was paying him $100 a week to do the phones. I said I'm going to give him $200.
Why are you paying Will?
Because just to, a little extra for help me out.
Oh, you're so stupid.
Why?
Just show up when you know what? Tell someone you're going to be gone for 3 weeks. Stop finagling.
It wasn't finagling. It was. I swear to God.
You always got a scam you roll
No, that's the way that you perceive me. But
it's only going to be 2 weeks. 1 week I'm away. 1 week we're on vacation.
Who I am. It's not who I am.
It's who you are.
No,
it's the measure of a man. I know who you are.
Fine. If that's who you think
you're
I
a celebrity. Get out of here.
That was very funny.
Really? I mean, I can't take it.
I think
paying people $100. He's got a whole thing going.
You paid him to watch the phones, or you paid him to do the research on the other guests on the island?
I paid him that too, but I paid him to do the phones.
Oh, I see. You paid him to do
research.
They
were separate. What?
Those were separate,
Yeah,
right?
they were. Why?
No, I'm just checking.
Yeah, I gave him a total of like $400 and something. I haven't paid him for this stuff yet. I got to give him a check.
No, I think that's funny.
Of course you do.
John, you've never been here, and I've been sitting there. Now, also, it's just not so funny. I think it's funny that you don't.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. You know what? It's funny though. You're right. It's not funny about you. You're right. It's not funny about you. It's funny about me. What an idiot I am. That I would trust you when you tell me 2 weeks. You're right. You should laugh at me. I'm stupid.
Actually, when I first discussed this,
laugh at me. Laugh at me. Laugh at me because you made a buffoon out of me. You made a fool out of me.
Howard, when I first discussed this with you,
Gary, you can laugh, but don't laugh at him. Laugh at me.
I don't know why.
I'm a fool.
I don't have the heart to laugh at anybody.
Laugh at me, please. Laugh at me. Good. Thank you. I'm a buffoon.
Yeah.
Because I get duped by him every single time. Then he's on the phone. Bro, give me a call, bro. Bro? How am I your bro?
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 I made the mistake. I thought we were friends.
Laugh at me, please.
I thought we were friends.
I'm a joke. No. Friends? What's this got to do with friends? You work here. You're not my friend.
I called you to talk to you after on the...
You're not my friend.
Friend.
Downtown Julie Brown. Go sit there and suck leeches off her ass.
She's a very nice woman.
Yeah, she's real nice. She's like a bus hitter. I don't even know that was downtown Julie Brown.
That's not...
I don't even think that was her.
Oh, my God.
Wasn't downtown Julie Brown? Prove to me that what happened to the hot downtown Julie Brown? Put some goddamn makeup on.
There was no makeup to be...
Nobody even watched that show. It was a waste of time.
It wasn't a waste of time.
It was.
Well,
you were 4th or 5th in the ratings every night, tied with the WB.
Why
you know that?
It wasn't my show.
No, it was my show. Every minute, Howard Stern, Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show. I look like a failure.
Radio DJ.
No.
Yes, it
don't,
did.
Don't tell me what it said.
All right, that's what I heard.
My name was all over that failure. Howard Stern. I kept hearing that for Howard Stern Show.
It said radio DJ.
I don't want to be on that show.
You see, John said that's what I heard. He didn't even hear it. He didn't listen. He does that to this day. Other people tell him things. He just passes it on like it's his own knowledge.
It said, I made him say radio DJ, so it didn't even say...
It wasn't worth it, except for the $100,000. That I wanted you to have, like for 2 weeks. And if you told me 3 weeks, I would have been okay with it.
It was a misunderstanding.
But you didn't tell him the real information
I
up front.
swear to God, Robin.
Laugh at me, Robin, please. You know that laugh that cuts through people that you do sometimes? Direct it at me, because I'm a fool.
I feel so bad for you. I don't think I can drum up that laugh.
Come on, me do it. You do it.
Why don't you go up to? Why don't you and Chris Judd go off in the bushes and make out and console each other?
Yeah, why don't you talk to him some more about J-Lo?
Talk some more about J-Lo. Oh, here's Chris Judd. He's on. Chris?
Hey, John, this is Chris, man. I wish I was there. I could just give you a big hug right now.
That's not.
Of course not. You talk too much.
And downtown Julie Brown's got a wubba face, man.
There's a lot of wubba. That's John's buddy now.
She's just a very nice woman. You'd really like.
Okay, y'all, I gotta show you some things. So, we're a cat rescue. We save cats, and
John's he's all tied up with those people because
we'll see 6 months from now when they find out who the real John is.
John's having an Oscar party, and I know that Tyson and Chris are flying in for it, right?
Oh my God!
I want to go now.
I don't understand why.
Because it's funny.
You heard Howard said, after 6 months when you know who you really are, no friends. Exactly like now. Except now it's only 2 months.
Funny that you're friends with those guys.
You're too funny.
John, those aren't your friends, you stupid doll. You did a TV show
Hold
with
on
them.
a second. 15 days, no communication. All you do is talk to each other. So of course you're going to become friends with these people.
No, that's how you make enemies. Let me tell you something. When I fire you for lying to me...
I didn't lie to you.
For lying to me, let me see if downtown Julie Brown's wubba-wubbaing you. She's back now in her life. She's got that husband that she tricked into marrying her.
Tricked?
That's right. That's right. I thought he was getting someone else.
Gary, weren't they very nice?
And, Julie was nice, okay. She was okay. Her husband was very nice. I think he said 2 words the whole night. He's a very quiet guy.
Who knows what he is?
I think he's German.
He's German.
I thought he was getting a celebrity.
He's happy to be in America. I'm sure that's...
I like everybody, too, when I'm on a 3-week vacation.
That was hard.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, whoa.
That wasn't easy, Robin.
Oh,
just eating rice and beans all day.
Stop.
God knows you
wow.
One stars every day. Give me a break.
I got to tell you, we were laughing at all you guys when you cried. We were like,
did you cry?
I didn't cry.
He did, but
I did not cry.
You welled up when they talked about family.
That's crying.
That's why I didn't cry.
Yeah, your tears just didn't spill out. You were crying.
Get the hell out of here.
And sitting there drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. How hard is that?
And then I found out that the show had a shrink.
Yeah, they had a shrink.
I mean,
Alana Stewart was at the shrink, Howard, once or twice a day.
But what did I
Well, why not? It's boring.
I said to John, why did you go to the shrink? He goes, I didn't need it. I go, I would have gone just have somebody to hang out with.
Yeah. And they give you beer and cigarettes? How's that?
No. They only would
That's
give
some
you beer
show.
if you did like something. Like,
yeah, but you got it.
Also,
So who are you
beer.
good?
That was anything.
So who are your good buddies after the show? Let me hear about your friendships that you formed.
Who am I closest to? Who was that?
Yeah.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
Robin Lee.
Why don't you announce what
Chris Judd.
John came? Can we talk about this?
What?
What? No. Oh, you can talk about how Nikki was into me?
No, because no one believes that.
Somebody's mad at the show.
John thinks because Nikki said to him, if you were single, I'd totally be into you.
No, she told me she'd be all over me.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know
She
what?
doesn't know the John we know.
Conveniently,
Conveniently,
John,
don't worry about it.
you're married, so she didn't have to make good on
Yeah,
that.
she didn't have to go through with it.
Yeah. You know what? That's just like, remember the movie The Elephant Man? And the woman walks in and she goes, she shows him kindness, but conveniently she's married too.
Whatever.
She doesn't bang him. She doesn't bang the Elephant Man.
But she's there and gone.
Yeah. She stops in for a few minutes and tells her publicity firm that she was there with the Elephant Man.
There's always an excuse. Like Chick said to me, if you weren't repulsive, I'd be all over you.
Right.
Yeah, if you were anybody else.
Anyone else, Hardy?
Yeah, Dean, go ahead.
On the show, it said Howard Stern's sidekick.
Yeah.
That was John's name.
Yeah, my worst nightmare.
Apparently the first day, and then my wife saw it, called the agency, and they changed it
Oh,
immediately.
good. I'm glad your wife's handling my career.
No, because that was a deal. They were never supposed to say your name.
So what's the penalty now that they said my name? Where's my
Then
compensation?
my wife called up, and they changed it the second show.
Oh, so I wasn't damaged. That was the only show anybody watched. I don't want to be on. So I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. I don't want my name mentioned on it.
Well, and it wasn't.
Whoa.
And by
are
the
you
way,
lying or are you telling the truth now that it wasn't mentioned?
like Bruce Jenner would try and mention.
Forget Bruce Jenner.
And I would just kept saying.
I said, why is it billed Howard Stern's sidekick? You're not my sidekick.
It was
He'd
never
like to kick
supposed
you
be.
in the side.
That's different.
You're right about one thing. He didn't start it like this on the show.
No.
Yeah, because
Everyone said, why does it?
every second?
you
Gary, maybe
stutter.
that's why.
What are you mad at me for?
No, but maybe it's because I wasn't on a hot seat getting yelled at by 5 people.
John, you know what?
What are you getting angry
I could be
about?
piling
You
on
had
you so
3 week
bad now, and
vacation.
I'm not.
You're angry. You were away for 3
Yeah,
weeks.
you've been well rested.
I want to go away to an island for 3 weeks.
I'm not saying
Somebody
you're
let
piling
me
on.
lie around for 3 weeks.
These two women.
When am I going to get to go for 3 weeks? You know what? I'm going to tell Mel today I'm going for 2 weeks. I'm going to do what you do, and I'll show up in 3
Do you
weeks.
understand that there was a
See
misunderstanding?
if I have a job.
somewhere along the way?
No. Why is there always a
Do you
misunderstanding?
understand that it
Well,
always
it's not
happens
always
with
a-
you,
You don't-
these misunderstandings?
You don't know the dates
It
of when you were going to do the show? You don't know the dates of when you're going to do
And
the show?
they didn't know how long
No,
their
because-
show was going to be.
It was initially supposed to be from February 15th to March 1st.
Put your head in a bucket of insects for me, like you did on the
Yeah.
show, and let them bite you. You're a
I
liar.
did. I did get
I
bit.
can't stand guys who lie.
I don't lie.
I don't trust you for a
I
minute.
don't lie. Well, fine, but I'm not lying to you.
Oh, so you were
I'm not
gone for
lying.
3 weeks, but you told me 2
I
weeks.
swear to God, I thought initially it was only going to be the week that we were off and then the next week.
How do you get fooled?
Because the
Are
day
you
I
stupid?
thought it ended
You know
was
what?
March 1st. Then I went to Gary.
There is no way this was ever a 2-week show.
He's never
a 2-week
wrong.
break because they had to get them to Australia.
Right.
Then they had to have 2 weeks of show, and then they had to get them back.
Yeah, and then
He's
I went.
never
That
wrong.
turned out to be 3 weeks.
He's never wrong.
Howard, can I just-
Why don't you just turn to me like a man and say, you know what, Howard? I'm stupid. I don't check dates, and even when I do, I play it kind of loose, so that way I can
I
just
know
get to do
nothing.
the job. I don't want to miss out on the money, so I figured this way I could connive my way into it.
No, it was never an issue.
Then I respect you.
He throws your name around at Yankee Stadium, huh?
Your great friend Howard calls you stupid all the time. And now you're telling us you were an integral part of the top 3 people and a writer? Bullshit. Come on, stupid.
I throw his name around at Yankee Stadium.
Certainly do.
Yeah, is that why I'm sitting up in the upper tier?
I don't even mind if he does. I don't even mind. Listen, the guy works on the Howard Stern show. I'm fine with that. I said, just do me a favor. There's going to be a disaster on ABC called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. John, go do it, but I don't want my name mentioned. I don't want to be associated with that show. I don't. That's all. And go do it for 2 weeks. If you're telling me 2 weeks, go do it. Now, am I a bad guy?
No.
I said, you know what? I really don't want you on the show, but I know you want to make the money. So go make the money. Just be honest. Sit down with a date book. That's what I told him. I told you this. Get a purse
Tell
with a
people
date book.
really what's going to happen.
But you're John. You're like, oh, my wife handles the dates for me. My wife dresses me. I'm not in charge of my own life. Everyone takes care of everything for me. That's John.
He is a celebrity.
And what
That's
I do,
how celebrities live.
and what I do back in the office doesn't matter. Screw Gary. He'll figure it out.
I never said screw Gary.
What happened to your planner? I thought you bought a planner. You can sit down with
And
the
a
date.
purse.
You can't sit with the producer of the show and say, what are the dates that I will be needed so I can tell my
Point to them.
boss.
Show
And then when I
me
knew
where they
exactly
are.
what they were, I had a conversation, Gary. I think
Everything's for John.
Gary, I know you have a different memory of it.
I'll tell you what the deal is. I tried so hard from the beginning of this because you spoke to Howard about this before it ever started. And all I was doing before you left was just trying to make sure that it didn't come back to haunt me. Because even when we had dinner that night, right? We had dinner on a Saturday night. And that's when I found out. I said, did you tell Howard you're going to be gone a week?
Yeah.
Right? We had that conversation. And you said, I think I
2
did.
weeks was the...
No, it was 1 week that night. And I said, did you have that conversation with Howard? And you go, I think I did, I'm not sure. And then I had to go tell Howard. And I'm
Yeah, and then you told me Howard was on that
All
thing
right,
for 2
okay,
weeks.
okay.
I swear.
All right, nobody cares about any of this. Quite frankly, you know what? I realize someone's sitting by the radio going, I don't even care.
Yeah, but I mean, I just, point out the psychology. Like, Gary's his daddy. Everybody's his daddy.
No, I
Gary,
have a
don't
boss.
know if
Gary
I
is the guy in
talked
charge.
about
Just get a
this.
date book.
It's your project.
Yeah, and I thought it was clear
Get a
that it
date
was going
book.
to be 2 weeks.
Get a date book. Get a date book.
I thought it was clear that was 2 weeks after we were back.
On your next job, I want to see.
I told Kingston, and Kingston knew it exactly.
On your next job, John.
I don't know how Gary didn't get it right.
I don't know that Will knew it.
No, Will knew it too, because you know what?
John, I don't care. On your next job, I'm telling you, when you get a real job and they make you dress in a suit and a tie, when you tell your boss you're going to be gone 2 weeks,
And you don't show up for 3?
guarantee you it's going to be tough.
You won't have
Well, you know
a
what?
job to come back.
No, honestly, what I got to do is email it. So I have.
Okay, fine.
So I have a paper trail.
There you go.
Because then
Have a paper
it
trail.
won't be this kind of discussion.
That's right.
But
That's right.
But I knew that as soon as I called in, and then this whole thing happened. It's like, well,
The producers didn't make arrangements for someone to take care of your job the extra week you were gone.
No, but I did. I was paying the guy to do the phone.
I see. All right. Well, you know your next job, which will probably be a Kentucky Fried Chicken after I'm done with you? I guarantee you they won't even put up with your antics. Guarantee you've never had a real job. You've never had a real job. No, you haven't.
Wait a minute. How much is your...
Hey guys, did you hear that? Never had a real job, Kentucky Fried Chicken. He lucked out with Leno, but after that he hasn't had a job since. And he can't hold a job. He tried to work for Stephanie Miller. He showed up with beers and late. They got rid of him right away.
job worth? How much did you pay Will to cover for you?
$100.
Yeah. On top of what he makes here, anyway. $100 a week.
Why don't you pay him what you get paid?
And he just caught himself in a lie. He said, I told Will I'd be gone for the 3 weeks, and I paid him. And that went by. Nobody busted him on it. He knew.
Yeah.
How come he can do it on the side?
Because I didn't get paid for I didn't.
Well, sure you did.
No, I didn't.
You got $100,000.
No, I didn't get paid from here.
No, you made it because you made $100,000 on another job.
But the point is, he should have gotten what you get if that's what you're worth.
So you're telling me you should be paid $100 a week?
I still don't think that's the only thing I do here. So whatever, Robin. I don't care. If you're telling me that's all I do, then fine. Then
What do you do? I forget.
Well,
Remind me
now
while
I
you're
just got
here.
yelled at for the last hour.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So tell me about your new friends from the island.
Downtown Julie Brown's a great woman.
Yeah. Why is she great? Tell me what's so great about her.
She's incredibly funny. She's very funny. She's very sweet.
You're about to cry. Why don't you go out of here and compose yourself and be a
Chris
real man?
Judd is a great guy.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
Yeah. He really is.
Yeah, I saw it. He says 2 words.
No,
Doesn't even talk.
He spoke a lot. However they edited.
All right.
And Nikki was great.
Yeah.
Nikki's
a great girl. That's the truth.
And she's hot.
Right.
Robin Leach is a great guy.
How come? So what happened when you went on the Tonight Show? Did you talk about people?
Yeah.
I heard you were good. I heard you talked about what was wrong with everyone. Now you're telling me everyone's great. Get out of here. Get out of my show. You're not even funny here. Get out. Goes on the Tonight Show, tells everyone how effed up everyone is.
Yeah,
Comes
he
in here.
comes back and he's like, "You didn't see me?" I'm like, "Who knew you weren't?"
Wait a second.
Maybe
Everyone's
you
great.
showed up.
You're the worst guest I ever had. Get out of here.
Who did you make friends with?
No.
I goofed on Bruce Jenner on the Tonight Show.
What did you say? Let me hear.
No, I just said how he was very long-winded.
All right, that's funny. All right.
No, I did it in a different. You know what? All right.
That's funny. Get out of here. All right, goodbye. Go answer the phone.
Thank you for your
Go
contribution.
answer the phone.
Wait, what is that?
Thank you. You can leave now. I'm done.
Not go write something. Go answer the phone. Busted.
Well, it says Stuttering John on it.
It says Stuttering John. So what? What's it got to do with you?
So I should leave when you play it?
All right, go ahead. Go back and do your job. I'm not going to play anything.
Good.
I'm going to take a commercial break.
So how was it anyway?
What?
I don't know.
How is what?
How was it? I mean, did anything happen interesting in the last 2 weeks?
Come on, get out of here. Goodbye. I've had enough of you. I'm done with you. Goodbye. Go answer the phone.
All right, I'm going.
Everyone said the shows were great without you.
See, I knew you were going to say that. I was waiting
Read
for
the email. I'm not making it up.
Oh, and
everyone said that
God
John.
knows that's a representation of the audience, an accurate representation.
Whatever. Goodbye.
Because if that's true,
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, we're so grateful.
Great seeing you.
Because it doesn't appear that you need to.
Tom, hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
Number one, you're a little bitch for crying about my name. F your name. Who cares if John uses your name?
I certainly do if you associate me with that horrible show they put on ABC, but that's my feeling. I asked him not to do that.
Well, dude, it's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
You've known John's a moron for years and years and years, and you've kept his fat ass around.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Hey, Howard, did you go to that barbecue?
What was that?
Did you go to that barbecue this weekend?
What barbecue?
Barbecue.
The one where I slapped my meat on your grill.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. I went to that barbecue. Yeah, your meat was real good.
That was one annoying pothead.
Yeah. Lauren, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yes.
Howard, I know that you're not going to be renewing your contract, right, when it comes back up? And you're going to be leaving the show, right?
That's right.
So maybe, just maybe, John is looking for his future.
Good.
And he thinks that, and he thinks that, and he thought that. See, I like him. I think he's cool, and I think he is an asset to your show.
Well, of course,
that show happened to really suck, but he is a good dude, and maybe he's just looking out for himself.
Can I tell you something, Lauren? You're absolutely right. He is looking out for himself, but when you have a job and you say you're going to be gone for 2 weeks, you can't loosey-goosey show up in 3 weeks. It just doesn't work that way. Do you work for a living?
Yes, I do. I'm a vet tech, and I live in Florida, and Florida's help is, much to be desired down here.
So let me ask you a question. As a vet tech, you have your 2 week vacation, a week vacation, whatever they give you.
Mm-hmm.
If you show up 2 weeks late,
I would not have a job.
Okay, that's all my point.
No, I know what your point is, and I do.
John trying to make something for himself and go out and do these shows. I don't have a problem with it.
He may not have gone about it correctly, but then what?
He didn't. But he never does.
Okay, there you are. So why are you surprised at this?
All right, thank you. You're right. It's my fault. I said for everyone to laugh at me. I'm a fool.
No, you're not a fool.
He takes advantage of my kindness.
No, you're not a fool. But can I say something? Because since I'm on the phone and I really need to speak to Florida for a minute, can I just tell them that there is no left turn when you have a double yellow? You do not make a left. I live in the stupidest state on the planet here.
Florida, do you hear this?
Florida.
Hello?
I don't know what happened on the driver's test over there, but you don't...
Oh, who cares? I mean, what is that?
That was the woman defending John.
Now I must address Florida.
Yes, Mike, you're on the air.
What's going on, Howard? I mean, you're giving this guy a hard time over
Yes, I am.
He's jealous, Howard.
Oh, my goodness.
He's jealous that John has other friends.
Meanwhile, you're so dysfunctional as a human being, you can't even make any friendships.
Well, that's true, but what does my dysfunction have to do with a guy letting down his coworkers and putting his needs ahead of theirs?
The guy needs to make money. He has no money.
No, that's wrong. The guy's got more real estate holdings than you'll ever imagine.
He owns a home and an apartment in Manhattan.
He's not
You're
poor.
acting as if he's poor.
And by the way, I agree with you. I'm one of those guys who's been buying into the "oh, poor John" routine and has no money. Turns out the guy's got more real estate investments than most people on this planet.
Howard, I also want to point out one other thing. If you probably got asked to be on that show either. You probably didn't say anything.
No, I didn't.
You know what? If you went on that show, you look like downtown Julie Brown yourself. Without any of that makeup.
But that's why I don't go on.
It's like a wreck.
I know enough not to go on. I know that show was going to be a wreck. Thank you. Let me tell you something. Just because somebody asks you to be on a TV show doesn't mean you have to do it. People think in America...
People are missing the point. There's another guy with a job who knows he better not show up a week late when he says he's going for 2 weeks.
That's all my point is. I don't care if he does other work. It's irrelevant.
Can I ask you a question?
You don't get... You see, again, you don't understand what I'm saying. I have no problem with anything. Just tell people when you're going to leave.
Yeah, but why was it... See, here's a question. I know it was clear to Will, right?
Get out of here. I don't care about Will. It wasn't clear to me.
But I thought it was. I really did.
I know you
did. Swear to God.
I know you do. You always think you're right.
No, I'm not trying
I don't want to debate.
Leave. I'm just letting you know that I thought you knew.
You're making me angrier by debating me.
Then I won't debate you.
All right. Don't debate.
How's Bianca? She all right?
All right, get out. Get out of here.
See, he wasn't argumentative. He listened on that show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who is this guy?
I get this mess. All right.
I find it funny that there's people who think you're jealous that you weren't asked to be on that show.
I know.
You weren't asked to be on that show.
Thank God I was on that show. Be in my career.
I mean, but you weren't asked to be on that show for the same reason they didn't ask George Clooney.
Right, or Julia Roberts.
Right.
Because they know they say no.
Yeah, they asked Chris Judd.
There's people who weren't doing anything. And they knew John doesn't do anything.
Why doesn't John and Chris Judd form a business together? Seriously, why don't they go up?
And Tyson Beckford, they can take him into it.
And take off whenever they want.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 2, maybe 3 weeks. I thought it was very clear. He's supposed to read my mind. All right. I got to we got to take a break and just get off this topic.
I know.
I didn't even hear anything funny about the experience he had. You know who's a good guy?
For the Tonight Show.
Yeah, downtown Julie Brown. She's a great person. She's sweet.
You know who's great?
Who's great? Chris Judd. And he tells me something funny about downtown Julie Brown off the air, and he says, but don't say it on the air.
Oh.
Who wants to hear that?
Now, because he's got friends now.
Protecting everyone. She's watching my back. Had it with all of them. Get me out of here.
So it did us absolutely no good.
Nothing. I got nothing.
See, John, with all the stories you make up and lies about being on the Stern show, it all comes out. All you got to do is listen. All we got to do is listen to the shows. And you're right there being proven an ass. Stupid. Hero of the stupid. And a moron. And a buffoon. And more.
For my investment. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these.
Libby Weaver.
I'll tell you how cool I am. I'll tell you how cool I am. I said, go take 2 weeks off and go work for a competing company than the company we work for. I said, go ahead. And you have my blessing. Just be back in 2 weeks, which is what you're telling me you're going to do.
Right.
The guy doesn't show up for 3 weeks. And then I like that I'm a great guy.
They don't understand you. They understand John.
They understand John because that's the worker mentality. It's like, well, gee, you only left an extra week. If you said to your boss you're leaving for 2 weeks, I don't want to debate this anymore. How can you not see my point?
Well, of course. No, I didn't hear all that. But the thing is, if he's coming, if he needs a vacation, no problem. But if he
gets a vacation.
If he lied to you, then get rid of him.
Let me tell you something else about John.
Last night on the trio vacation, done.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm the first open heart.
So, but I mean, I might have missed part of it on the air, but what exactly is the problem? I mean, so he takes...
The problem, let me ask you, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm in the electronics industry.
You're in the electronics industry. Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
You work for a guy?
I work for a large company.
Okay, so if you went to your boss and said, I'm taking a week off, I have to go do something. I'll tell you how cool I am. I'll tell you how cool I am. I said, go take 2 weeks off and go work for a competing company than the company we work for. I said, go ahead. And you have my blessing. Just be back in 2 weeks, which is what you're telling me you're going to do.
Right.
The guy doesn't show up for 3 weeks. And then I like that. I'm a great guy.
They don't understand you. They understand John.
They understand John because that's the worker mentality. It's like, well, gee, he only left an extra week. If you said to your boss you're leaving for 2 weeks, I don't want to debate this anymore. How can you not see my point?
Well, of course. No, I didn't hear all that. But the thing is, if he's coming, if he needs a vacation, no problem. But if
he gets a vacation.
If he lied to you, then get rid of him.
Let me tell you something else about John. John will not only have had this 3-week vacation now, he will take every other week of vacation we get. He'll never give those weeks back.
Yeah, and John will go, well, I wasn't on vacation. Well, of course, you weren't here. That's vacation. What you choose to do with it is your problem.
Right.
I'm supposed to be sympathetic. He didn't have a vacation.
Well,
it's just total BS.
Kind of a pathetic life anyways, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't have a pathetic life. He has a great life with me. Everyone does. That's what you don't get.
He actually lives like one of the Kennedys.
And I'll tell you how good a guy I am. Any other job would have fired him. Oh, yeah. Everything's loose. Believe me, you have no idea. Loosey-goosey.
But, listen, the reason why I called is last night I'm down here in Washington, D.C. I went to the Bon Jovi concert. And when he comes out for his encore, he's wearing a Gore Lieberman T-shirt and was singing Vietnam anti-war songs, like that song Eve of Destruction. And he's like preaching this anti-war stuff, and all these people there, just buying into this crap. It doesn't seem like anyone wants to support, the mission that we have.
Look, John Bon Jovi, we know him for years. He's a very nice guy.
It seems like
he's a very nice guy. But listen, this is a guy who spends 90% of his time worrying if he can fit his legs into his jeans and how good his ass is going to look on stage.
And his hair.
And his hair. He worries about his hair.
Okay, see if he thinks his ass is.
John's a great performer. People love him. Whatever. He doesn't know anything about what it's like in Iraq. He doesn't understand the reason that we now have the Taliban on the run. The reason we were able to catch this number 3 guy is because we bombed the hell out of Afghanistan. This Al-Qaeda never could have predicted that George Bush would have so efficiently handled the mess after 9/11. These guys couldn't comprehend what it is to take on a mission like bombing the hell out of the Taliban and getting them out of those caves. The Russians tried it. Everyone tried. This was a brilliant operation. And the war on terror is not over. People said after 9/11, this can never happen again. Never.
Yeah. Then they don't want to do anything to make it stop.
And Bon Jovi was among those people. He's making concerts. He's raising money for the families. All good stuff. I hope America loses the war is insane because it means her own extinction.
She moved out of the country years ago.
You know what? It's amazing how people forget. When 9/11, everybody was together. Let's do it. Now, all of a sudden...
I haven't either.
Jesus, that thing's a gold mine. I wish I had done something about them when I had them on all those years. Nobody wanted them on. I used to have Sharon on all the time.
But it's also that you used to say...
Use the table. So they get up and leave, and Jimmy starts busting the table.
Yeah, good.
He hasn't forgotten.
He hasn't. But he
watched it. Explain the show.
The show is there's all these, again, quote unquote, celebrities.
Right.
In the jungles of Australia, and we're supposed to be roughing it, and the cameras are everywhere, including the bathroom. We're always mic'd, so any conversation we have is out there, and then we had these trials that we got to do, that we go and try and win food, because the only food they gave us was rice and beans.
I see.
And I'm Puerto Rican. I like rice and beans. I freaking hate rice and beans now.
That's it.
I was like, after the third day, I'll do anything for a meal. Because mine, it's a personal thing. You know, the guy from my charity's in a wheelchair.
But on day 10, right, when you started that...
I think it was just, and also it's a popularity thing. Everybody like I didn't want to be the first one to go.
If they had made it that you got paid $1 million if you won, people would have been at each other's throats. Well, and then when they all wanted to leave the island, we said, "Good, go, leave."
You know what happened? There was too much camaraderie with you guys. It should pay that to big names.
Who cares about seeing her naked?
She's a runner-up.
Yeah, why would you have to give her $1 million?
I'd rather. So Kardashian had to pick OJ up from the airport because OJ couldn't go home because the cops were all at OJ's house. So OJ forgets his golf clubs at the airport and is freaking out about his golf clubs. So OJ made them drive back to the airport to get the golf clubs. So they do that. Okay, so OJ stays over at Kardashian's house, and the golf clubs are in the trunk of the car in the garage. 2 o'clock in the morning, Kardashian suddenly hears OJ in the garage. And apparently he takes the golf clubs and starts walking out of the house at 2 in the morning somewhere, and is gone for about an hour or two with the golf clubs. So I guess they're saying that they think that the knife and everything was in the golf clubs, and then OJ dropped it off somewhere by Kardashian's house. And that was the whole. And then in the trial, when OJ showed the golf clubs that were his golf clubs, they weren't his golf clubs. They were somebody else's. And it wasn't even his golf clubs that he showed it.
Why don't you reopen this case, John?
John, you ought to reopen it.
But I mean, he was saying all this, and how Nicole called him and said that she thinks OJ was going to kill her, and OJ told her
she's just Bruce Jenner trying to be relevant. I mean, Bruce Jenner sits around all day thinking of OJ stories. You know what I mean?
Making it up.
You even know. I mean, it's like, what world does he live in? What's the difference? OJ's free.
But it's really interesting stuff that if you wanted to, because they were really good friends with him.
You're on an island trapped. It's not interesting.
Oh, really?
You, it's interesting because you're sitting on an island.
Yeah, this was your television.
Do you think he'd take your call now?
It was the only.
Bruce Jenner will take your call?
Sure.
Even though you were goofing around?
Initials in this log because I carved Robin Leach's and nobody could carve anything else.
He got weird like that.
He's crazy.
My God, I can't wait for the reunion show.
Wasn't he some kind of homeless guy and they found him?
They found him sitting.
Yeah, why didn't you say that? That's where we get a lot of my jaywalking material.
Yeah, I got some of the writers watching.
I'm inspired by that show.
Yeah, and apparently a lot of things we do here.
Yeah, I mean, I like to put it on television because it's radio.
I don't understand the Jimmy Kimmel thing, though. Jimmy said something?
No, they just thought it was weird. They weren't angry or anything. They just thought it was weird that you were on. They were wondering why you wouldn't be on their show.
But they never
Because Jay called them.
Yeah, but they never even called.
Of course.
They never figured that out.
But see, no, I think what happened was they were offered someone else from the show, and it wasn't you. Do you follow what I'm saying? So
I got to take a break. No one cares.